Welcome to Rethink, the podcast that empowers you to challenge your existing beliefs and embrace new, more productive ways of thinking. Here at Rethink, we believe that the key to self-fulfillment lies in shattering old thought patterns and adopting new mindsets that support personal growth and empowerment. With expert guests and thought leaders from a wide range of fields, we explore strategies and insights that can help you achieve success and fulfillment in all areas of your life. From relationships to career, business ownership, and health, you are the source of your own success. We're just here to help you tap into your true potential and create a brighter future. So join us on the journey of personal growth and empowerment, and let's rethink what's possible for our lives. So let's take it back to a very familiar setting, scene, like a classroom or even a boardroom, or just when you're hanging out with a group of friends. Someone may ask you that proverbial question, and that is, what are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? And suddenly, silence. It's not because you don't care, and it's not because, you don't necessarily know, but it's because the truth of the matter is no one has ever taught us how to find our gifts, much less how to believe in them. We grow up learning how to fit in. Everything's cookie cutter, of course, not how to stand out. We're taught how to follow rules. We're not taught how to follow our passion per se. So what do? We disconnect from our natural brilliance and we trade in our gifts, these talents, these things we're born with for what people expect, from what our environment expects us to do. But here's the truth. Your gifts are not random. They're road signs to your actual purpose, the reason you're here in the first place. And what we're going to do in this episode today is we're going to begin to uncover what your best life looks like built around those gifts. What are you naturally excellent at? Your best life is built on what you're naturally here to give us. So today, day 15, everyone has a gift. That's our theme today. Everyone has a gift. What's yours? Everyone has a gift. What's yours? Welcome into the podcast, guys. My name is Kelly. You have reached Rethink Podcast. It's always my pleasure to welcome you in to the podcast. We are going to we're going to have a fantastic episode today. I'm super excited because I feel like we're getting into the part of the podcast that, it's kind of like the main event. You go to or you buy the fight, right? And then it's all the preliminary stuff. And then you finally hear the names of the actual fighters that you want to see fight come up. That's what this is. We're getting into the point of the podcast and to the series, the 30 days to manifestation and monetization, where we're really starting to narrow down and identify your passion, your work, your purpose. And then we can start putting around that a game plan in order to monetize it. So today, we're getting into the idea of your gift. What is your gift? What is your gift? Welcome in, guys. If this is your first time, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the podcast so you don't forget who we are and where we are. And we certainly would love your support. Take a look down in the show notes. There are multiple ways to connect with us. Please send us a text. Tell us how you're liking the series. What days are easier for you than not? Also, listen, anything you want to talk about, shoot us a text, shoot us an email. We're here to respond. And if you know someone that you believe would like this podcast, would benefit from this type of content, please feel free to share our information with your loved one, your friend, your associate, your colleagues. Please do that. We'll appreciate it. All right, guys, what's the opportunity for today? Here's what's happening. What happens when you don't know what your gift is? What happens? I'll bet you can give me about 15 things. First of all, you're running around in all different directions. We chase random goals that leave us feeling empty. We tend to mimic people we know or people that we feel are quote unquote successful. We say, okay, I'll do that. I don't know how many times my friends, when I was a couple years younger, a decade or more ago, when Tiger Woods was super, super popular and winning a lot of golf tournaments, everybody decided, oh, yeah, I can do that. Well, golf is super hard. And he had been practicing since he was born. And so people thought, oh, okay, so I'm not cut out to hit golf balls because this is a lot harder than it looks. And that happens in a lot of spaces and places in life. It can be, going to college, not knowing what area of concentration you want to go in, or even if you want to go, you don't know what your gift is. We compare ourselves to others. We believe that they may be more talented than us, even more called to do a particular thing. We settle. Many of us do. We shrink back into our community safe space and we get stuck in survival mode, missing out on the fulfillment that our purpose can bring to us. And that's really the whole point of Rethink Podcast, is to adjust that way of thinking. So many people are stuck. So I can't tell you how many times if we put a post on social media and it has to do with people not feeling, the post can have to do with encouraging you to feel more, confident or secure, more confident within your body, more confident within your space, understanding that you do have a certain level of power within your aura and things like that. So many people respond or they like a message like that because so many people don't feel confident and they don't feel like they are fulfilled and they feel stuck, which is why I think a lot of people can listen to a podcast like this. So we're here to help you out, of course. We don't know all the answers, but we can point you in a direction that perhaps you hadn't looked before. There are some missed opportunities, all right? Fulfillment through alignment. It's important. We've talked about alignment so many times on this podcast, but that really is the key. Fulfillment through alignment. When you don't know your zone of brilliance, you may end up successful, but unfulfilled. That means a lot of people have gone into being an accountant or a lawyer or a doctor or something like that maybe wasn't really their calling, but they've been successful, quote unquote, because we measure success, particularly in the West, in dollars and in resources and in houses and cars and things like that. You can have the money, you can have the job, you can have a relationship, and you still feel like something is missing. Which is why we say here all the time, we're not talking about getting the money or getting the wife or the husband or the partner. We're not talking about getting the car or the house, although those things will come. What we want is fulfillment. And our definition for that is when our passion meets our work. When our passion meets our work, we have the best opportunity to be fulfilled. The question is, what if I don't really know what my gifts are, and therefore I may not really know what I am passionate about? When you align, you wake up energized. It's one of those things I heard somebody say a long time ago. Like, I'll give you a personal example from me. I went to high school, graduated, pretty good grades, went to college, got good grades, got a business degree, went straight into the workforce. Not one time did anyone ever ask me what it was I was passionate about, what it was I wanted to do. I just followed the crowd. I followed the crowd, and 10 out of 10 of my friends did the same thing. And it wasn't a conversation to be had. It was to get a good job, get good grades so you can survive and these sorts of things. No one was asking, what are you passionate about? What are the things that you like? Well, a few years into this good job, I realized I didn't really care for what I was doing. And there was an opportunity at the church I was going to at the time to join what's called an AV committee. It's audiovisual. And I'd always loved cameras, taking pictures. And back in the 80s and 90s, it's not YouTube and cell phones and all of the gadgets that we have today. Getting a video camera, was a pretty expensive venture in those days. And also being able to have your own personal camera was relatively expensive too. So when I joined the AV committee, I got a chance to work with cameras and things that I didn't have access to otherwise. And I had such a strong passion for it. I love shooting video. I love lining up shots. I love looking for new angles. I loved all that. But that wasn't anything that I went to school for. That wasn't what I went to work for every day. I woke up going to a job that quite honestly was very, very stressful. And it was something that I could do, but I didn't really find passion in it. But when it was time for me to go to church on Sundays, I would wake up early. I would be at the early service. I'd be there all day. I'd be there all day working on that camera and doing different things. And my passion for video started there, but it didn't end there. And even today, right now, as we're recording this podcast, is being recorded on YouTube as well. And I'm using cameras because it's something that innately I'm passionate about. And so I kind of fell into my passion. Also, I'm passionate about helping people, so I can take the technical side of things that I love to do and do the soft skill side of things that I love to do too. And I'm not really dependent upon other people in order for me to do the things that I need to do. Now, environment and community is always important because the more hands that carry the water, the more water can be carried. But if I needed to do all the setup and editing and everything myself, that's something that I'm equipped to do. I do it all the time. The question is for you, what are you passionate about? What do you feel connected to? I tell you that long story to say, I wasn't passionate. I wasn't energized when I woke up thinking about going to my actual job. But when I thought about going to work with cameras and shooting, shows and editing, I would stay up late. I would get up early. No one had to even pay me to do these things because it was something I loved to do. When you find your passion, you can move with confidence because your life has direction and you feel like I'm doing something on purpose. And so that's one of the ways to begin to discern what is the thing that I'm passionate about? What is the thing that perhaps my life purpose is? What are some things that I feel like, man, even if I don't get paid, I would do it anyway. Okay. All right, let's jump into some ways we're going to help you to begin to discover your purpose. These are purpose discovery prompts. I'm going to give you 5. These are purpose discovery prompts that are going to help you to kind of uncover your zone of brilliance. Don't worry, everyone has one. Everyone has one, and you're going to find yours. So let's go. The first question to ask yourself is, what energizes me even when I'm tired? Even when I'm tired, what is something that I could do all day? Think about what lights you up after a long day.
Let's take a quick break.
Hey guys, we're going to get you back to that exciting podcast very soon. But I wanted to break in and just let you know that we have relaunched, revamped, revitalized our 31 Days to New Beginning. It is a powerful step-by-step course. It is designed to help you to reset your mindset, to build new habits, and yes, create lasting positive change in your life. Over the span of 31 days, you'll be guided through daily lessons and journaling prompts and even actionable exercises that are going to help you to break free from limiting beliefs. It's going to help you to gain clarity on your goals and also help you to develop the confidence you're going to need to pursue your life's dreams. So whether you're feeling stuck or you're simply ready for a fresh start, the course, 31 Days to New Beginning, is going to provide you with the tools, the strategies, and the support that you're going to need to transform your life from the inside out. So why don't you start the journey today? Go over, click on 31 Days of New Beginning, and step into a new chapter of growth, of purpose, and fulfillment. Let's get back to our podcast. When you come home, work is done, and you're tinkering around, maybe in your garage, I'm super passionate about woodworking. I have saws and all sorts of different tools in my garage where I love to build things. I've always loved to tinker with stuff. I have an engineer's mind. I love to take things apart and put them back together again, and I love building things. I really am passionate about woodworking. Okay. What are some things? So even if I had a long day at work, I would come home, and if I had the opportunity, I had wood laying around, I could figure out something to build. And even though I'm tired, it was something that I could do with ease because it's something I'm passionate about. So ask yourself, what energizes me even when I'm tired? Question number 2 is, what problems are you drawn to solving? What problems are you personally drawn to solving? People are drawn to different kinds of pain for a reason. And your gift lives Your gift lives in what you're passionate about helping others heal or build. Let me say that again. Your gift, your passion could live in what you're passionate about helping others to heal or to build. Many times, people in this space, in spiritual space, metaphysical space, they're very attuned with other beings, and they're sympathetic. They are empathetic. They are passionate about wanting to help other people. Now, me, for example, when I thought about doing a podcast, I thought about doing something I love, which I have a Disney podcast. That's the first podcast I would do it with me and my daughters. Then I thought, if I wanted to do something different, what would I do? Well, here I am. I'm doing this podcast because in my mind, this helps people. And I am passionate about helping people. So you ask yourself, what problems are you drawn to solving? All right. Number 3, where do people naturally seek your advice? Others often recognize our brilliance before we do. Do you notice that perhaps in relationships or certain life situations, people tend to come to you about some of the same types of questions and answers? Are you particularly gifted in understanding, a certain area of life? It could be relationships. It could be marriage. It could be, a woman's behavior, men's behavior. Do you notice that people come to you naturally seeking your advice? Number 4, what's a pain that you've overcome? What's a pain point that you've overcome and that you feel called to help others through? Is there something you've been through, a pain point that you've overcome and you feel called to help people through? Because this could be a message. You could turn your story into service. Now, I do have personal kind of connection here as well. When I was really young, 5 years old, my father was killed, murdered. And very painful, very traumatic. All of what you think that involves, yes, it is true. It's completely devastating for a young person to have a parent murdered when they're that small. It would be devastating if it happened when you were an adult. So imagine if you're a kid and you can't communicate or translate what's happening in your life. And you live your life without a parent that you feel like should be there to help you in many of life situations. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that, right? However, I have had so many opportunities to talk to people who loved ones are transitioning and share with them what happened with me. And it kind of opens their eyes to, hey, you know what? This maybe my situation isn't as bad as I thought. Or this feels good to have somebody who understands what's going on with me to give me advice. It's no different than if you made it through a weight loss situation or a health scare or a or a trying relationship. You've got divorce. There were a lot of things that, that happened during that divorce, and you finally got back on your feet. And then you see other people going through maybe something similar, and you're there to provide some sort of assistance, some sort of help, some sort of message, and you turn your story into service. You begin to provide a testimony, encourage people that, yes, they too can get through this segment of life. That's number 4. Number 5, what would you do for free because it feels that great? It feels that good to you. What would you do for free? I know people that love to cook. Matter of fact, where I'm from, most of my relatives love to cook. It's the way they show love. And nobody's getting paid for it. And I mean really good food. And they, you go over to their house, and the first thing they want to do is put something in your mouth. What would you do for free because it feels so good to you? Passion doesn't lie. Even if it's not profitable yet, it's purposeful. Even if you're not making money from it now, what is something that you love to do? I am, hope this doesn't sound weird, but I am really big on massage. I think because I love to get a good massage, I'm always interested in different massage techniques. And so obviously on YouTube University, you can pretty much pull up anything you want to see. I didn't realize there are massage competitions like in Vegas and all these different places. There are championships of massage. There's all sorts of things on massage. And I like to get a good massage, and I like to massage my wife. Well, I don't get paid for that, but it's something that I really, really like to do. And there's some people that have a gift for helping people who are in pain, physically in pain. It can be, you don't necessarily have to be a doctor or a nurse, but you can be some sort of practitioner. I don't care if you're a chiropractor or if you're a masseuse or if you're a sports therapist, but you're able to work with people and help them through pain points in their body. It could be, my wife had surgery some years ago, and we had to go to a physical therapist. I'm struggling to get that word out. Physical therapist. And you have to be a very, centered and patient person and loving to be a physical therapist, because people are meeting you at a pain point. You know they're in pain because they're coming to you because they're physically in pain. And so what do you do? What will you do for free because it feels so good to you to do? Is there something that you have that you love so much? Is it art? Is it cooking, like I said before? Is it creating video content or podcasting content like what I'm doing here? What would you do for free because it feels so good to you? Would you go out and just simply feed the homeless? Would you go out and provide free haircuts for people who cannot afford to get their haircuts on a regular basis? What are some things? Really think about these 5 questions. I'm going to go over them one more time. Number 1 was what energizes you even if you're tired. Number 2 is what problems are drawn to solving. What problems are you particularly drawn to solving? Number 3 is where do people naturally seek your advice? Where do they ask? In what areas of life? Is it relationship? Is it career? Are you finding yourself being sort of a therapist to young people who are transitioning from home into college? These sorts of things. Number 4, what's a pain that you've overcome that you can help somebody else with? That you feel called to help others through? And lastly, number 5, what will you do for free because it feels so good to you? You want to write this stuff down. There are daily practices that you can go through in discovering your gift. This isn't about your ego. It's about contribution. Again, this isn't about your ego. It's about contribution. So when you know your purpose, you move differently. You have a certain level of confidence. You glow. You give differently. You glow differently. You give differently. Now, deep alignment and emotional fulfillment. You become magnetic to opportunities. You can become magnetic to relationships, and results are that you are aligned with who you really are. When you become magnetic, these things come to you. Again, think of yourself throughout this series. I keep saying it. You're not a competitor. You are a creator. You are giving off the signal. You're not going out to get, you're not hunter-gatherer. This is coming to you. All right. Let's go over this journey real quick. And let's see if we can help you to incorporate some of these things into your lifestyle so that they become effective for you. What can I do in the morning? Well, as a morning reflection, ask yourself, what lights me up today? What is something that I would like to get accomplished today? What really energizes me? Number 2, journaling, or you can do a voice note, doesn't matter. Speak your ideas and reflections into your iPhone, into your phone. Follow your flow. What are your ideas? Speak them into your phone. Listen to them. Number 3, follow your own curiosity. Have you been curious about anything? Explore one thing, one new thing every week that excites you. YouTube is a fantastic place. The internet is a fantastic place to source new ideas. Number 4, a purpose playlist. Create a playlist of songs that connect you with your best self. Connect you with your best self that you can listen to on a regular basis. And the last thing is affirmations. Repeat, my gift is needed. My path is unfolding. My gift is needed and my path is unfolding. So we've uncovered today, we're beginning to uncover your gift. This is not trendy. This is transformational. This is something that can really, if you put into play, put into practice, put into your rotation, create a process of life around this. This is something that you can do on a regular basis to unfold the gift that's within you. And once we unfold and uncover the gift, then we can begin to formulate it and put ideas around it in terms of monetization. So I want you to go back, listen to the podcast again. I want you to go back and listen to the podcast again and be ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 16. On tomorrow, what are we talking about? Tomorrow we are talking about solve, don't sell. This is the heart of offer creation. Solve, don't sell. We talked a little bit about it today. What are some problems that you've gone through, things that you've created, and or things that you've solved, that information would be valuable to other people? That's what people are willing to pay for. Okay? We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So make sure you come back on day 16, Rethink Podcast. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. That's all for today's episode of Rethink. We hope that you've enjoyed this exploration of new ideas and perspectives and found valuable insights and strategies that you can apply to your life. Remember, you are the source of your own success and fulfillment. And by embracing new ways of thinking, you can unlock your true potential and yes, create the life that you truly desire. Now, if you've enjoyed this episode, we encourage you to support the podcast by sharing it with your friends, your family members, your loved ones, and associates, and even your followers on social media. Also, leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. Lastly, don't forget to check out our show notes for free downloads and empowering ebooks that can help you on your journey of personal growth and empowerment. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We look forward to exploring more ideas and insights with you in the next episode of Rethink.